So I'm standing today at Monmouth Battlefield State Park in New Jersey. This position I'm in is Washington's line that was set up by about midday on June 28, 1778, with most of the British line way down here in the distance along a series of hedgerows on the other side of this field and past this farm that dates to 1731. The Tifton Farm, which is a historic building, was there during the battle. This whole area was their farm around here. So these fields are representative of what might have been here in June 28th of 1778. But I'm standing here at the line that Washington established on Perrin Hill here by around noon, with Lord Stirling setting up 3 lines. The first one being here represented by this fence line, which had a series of light infantry and skirmishers that were defending against the next line, which was this line of trees just above me here up the hill, which was a series of artillery batteries. All the way over here to Washington and the Americans' extreme left, and back in this tree line, is a creek which defended that left flank of the American line, running with infantry here, artillery on this hill, and then back beyond those trees was Lafayette's reserve guard that hung out there for most of the battle, but then did come in late in the day and sort of flank the British and push them out of their right side of position way down here on the other side of the hill. Another notable, historical, artifact from this battle is way up here on the left side of the artillery batteries was a woman by the name of Mary Hayes, who historically became known as Molly Pitcher, who served along with her husband at the Battle of Monmouth. Not unlike a lot of women, served as followers in campaigns in the American Revolution, tending to sick, washing, cleaning, sewing, caring for wounded, and in this battle in particular, the important thing of carrying water. So by midday, by all accounts, the temperature was rising here over 100 degrees. Dressed in wool, fire and cannons all around you, muskets running around, repositioning on the field. It's said that almost half of the casualties from this battle came actually from heat. So Molly Pitcher and Mary Hayes and the other women like her served a critical part in these kinds of battles. And it's thought that the closest stream and spring is back up here in the woods, which you can hike to, and there's a little overlook. If you want to guess, that's probably the most likely place where Mary Hayes and the other women serving along the lines of Washington's forces probably would have sourced water during this part of the battle. The other remarkable thing about walking a battlefield is you get a real sense for the terrain. Washington, like many commanders, was a master of geography and surveying and science, and so this was a perfect location for him to have fought this battle. Like I said, with a creek protecting his left flank, another series of a couple of creeks sort of lacing their way through the battlefield, providing cover and limiting the movement of the British forces. This hill to set up 3 lines of infantry, artillery, and reserves just behind the hill. All of this helped make this kind of battle successful for a commander that got here in the point in the battle when they could still set up and make the battlefield their own. And that's the kind of thing that you get from experiencing and spending a few hours walking around one of these battlefields. There's really nothing that looking at a map, reading about it in a book, watching a documentary, just can't replace it.